Hi, Debbie again. This is part 2 of my video on book reviews. This time I'm going to talk some more about cookbooks. The first one is not just a cookbook by itself, but it's again one of those staples I would recommend, called Before and After. And this one is focused on eating primarily. It's by Susan Maria Leach, who, if you ever go to that website, www.bariatriceating.com, she's the one that kind of runs this too. So what's good about this book is it has been updated, but then also she runs that website and she updates things all the time there, and she appears at a lot of the conventions that are put there by I, I forgot the name of the people that do those, obesity help folks, that association. And she comes out with things that right now they have the Believe protein drink type thing. So it's current, I guess is what I'm saying. One of the big focuses of her is on protein drink. I said focuses. Maybe it should be foci. I think it should be. Her foci include things like protein drinks, meal replacements of other kinds, and so sells a lot of type things on the website to go to. So this is one of those good ones I would suggest that you read, because it's very popular, has a lot of recipe, tells about her personal story. The newest one I've got, and I haven't tried yet and can't wait to try, Eating Well After Weight Loss Surgery. And one of the reasons why I liked this book is that they focus on low fat and high protein, which I think is good when you get to goal and start thinking of maintenance. I don't know about everybody, but I know that my kind of nutritionalist told me at the beginning when I was first eating and trying to really lose the weight, it's all about low carb, trying to cut out sugars. And so if there was a choice between a food, say like a salad dressing, and they had low fat but had higher sugar content, or versus either just a regular salad dressing or a sugar-free dressing but had more fat, I would go with the lower sugar. I did have diabetes, and diabetes was resolved after really a day or two, I think, after that. But anyway, so once get down the road and start eating for life, I think most of us have to become friends with carbs. And so now my focus has been more on a balance of putting in those good carbs and low glycemic carbs, and trying to focus on more low fat dishes, and this does that. It also has seafoods that my husband likes to eat, like mussels. Has 3 different recipes for mussels, and I don't get them because I don't know how to cook them. And my scallop recipes are very few. So it has some kind of those type things that I wanted to try. A couple of other cookbooks I got that I was going to tell you about really aren't just focused on weight loss. There are many, of course, other books out there about weight loss, and recipe books about weight loss, especially after bariatric surgery type things. But a couple other ones that I found useful is this one, 6 Ingredients or Less. And this was good, really, especially at the beginning. Like I said, when I really was trying to focus on lowering the carbs. And one of the things I liked about this is that since it has fewer ingredients and it tends to have fewer steps, so there are things that are very easy to put together. It also has some pasta type dishes in there, like zucchini linguine pasta. So I liked that as well. Gave me a lot of different kinds of ideas. I like this one better than the Hungry Girl series. I was choosing between the two at the time. And Hungry Girl series are very popular now, and maybe you have them, but the ones I found tend to have a lot of ingredients that I wouldn't necessarily have on hand and involve many steps that I wouldn't use. The other thing I wanted to tell you about is The Metabolism Miracle. And this is not really a cookbook, but this is an example of a book that has a lot of recipes, that is a book I bought after reading about his diet in Woman's World. And I did a video once where I talked about how I was addicted to all these magazines. And I often will go buy the book that they're trying to hawk in it. And I bought this one. And this one actually was good. It said it falls in line with a lot of those that advocate trying to keep your insulin levels stable so that they don't spike during the day. Things like Jorge Cruz, the belly fat cure, and South Beach, maybe even, all those kinds of things that focus on still eating good carbs, but eating the right amount and having the right amount of time in between. This has some simple recipes in it that my whole family likes. It has a thing on Parmesan chips, which is very easy. You just get like Parmesan cheese and scoop it out on a cookie sheet and you bake them. And they're much more tasty than potato chips. And my whole family likes it. I mean, my mother went home and did it. My sister went to her house, and it's kind of one of those recipes that has spread throughout my family. And now every time we have a get together, somebody's cooked the Parmesan chips. So it's kind of become a famous type thing. I have many more things. I've got a lot of the usual, the South Beach, the new Atkins, and things along that line that I think are pretty popular enough that I'm not going to go into any longer. But that will do it for my book reviews, and I will chat with you later. Bye.